being very good and drinking smoothie today. Off. Good boy. Hey guys, so today's video I'm testing out NATASHA DENONA for a second time. Yes, I have shaved the side of my head. I decided to finally take the plunge and shave the side of my head, and I'm pretty happy with it. But anyway, so I finally got my hands on a NATASHA DENONA palette. I decided on this one. This is what the palette looks like. It's very, very me. It's shades that I feel like I would use a decent amount, and they're unique enough that I don't feel like I have them in every single palette. I feel like a lot of the bigger palettes, they're really, really pretty, don't get me wrong. I just feel that you can get a lot of the shades in so many other palettes that it's not really worth the price tag. I'm sure you can get a lot of these. I just think these are possibly unique enough within my collection that I can splurge a little bit. What I will say, these are so small. So this is a normal everyday kind of eyeshadow pan. Can be bigger than this, don't get me wrong. Look at the size comparison. That is crazy small. Like, these are tiny. I don't know if all of like the holiday kind of palettes are always this small. This is the mini gold palette. So the gold palette was one of the ones I was kind of really drawn to, but I knew I would never ever spend that much money. The packaging's very luxe. Like, this is very thick. It's magnetized. I appreciate that. I think these two are possibly shimmers and this one's like a glitter, and then these two are matte. So let me do some swatches. So it does say that there's matte eyeshadows, metallic, duochrome and chroma crystal. At the moment they don't feel any better or worse than most eyeshadows. I actually feel like the mattes from the Alamar Cosmetics palettes, like both of her eyeshadow palettes, they're always really smooth and super pigmented. These are nice, they're nice shades. This is definitely the crystal kind of shade, which reminds me a lot of the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife shade. But this is what they look like. This is a very like bronze shade. It does have like gold glitters in it. I love this matte green, and I like this like greeny gold shade. So I'm going to try and just use this palette today. I'm not be able to say how they wear because it's already 6 o'clock. I don't normally film this late. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this like light brown shade and I'm just going to put this through my crease. So at the moment I've got no eyeshadow primer on. And in really nicely, no choppiness at all. I have got maybe like the tiniest bit of concealer on. No eyeshadow primer whatsoever on. I think I spent like 34 pounds on this palette, which is crazy, right? I will say about these NATASHA DENONA palettes is that if you only want a few shades and you're only going to use a couple of shades every day, or it might be you don't even use eyeshadow that much. To be honest, I don't use eyeshadow that often anymore. I'll either do eyeliner or nothing on the eyes. Like, I'll literally go out with a full face of makeup and no eye makeup on, not even mascara anymore, because I just can't be asked to take it off at night. I will say that something like this, you're more likely to hit pan first of all, which is good because you will actually go through your eyeshadows. And also you're more likely to get through it before it expires, which is a good thing because the amount of eyeshadow palettes I have, which I'll need to do another declutter very soon, and then I'm going to do like a full makeup collection video like update, I think. I'm then going to take the green, like the matte green shade, and I'm going to take this lower in my crease with the same brush. Now this may seem a little bit muddy because I did go a little bit too heavy with the other colour, but I'm just going to see if I can try and blend them out. We're just testing today. The only bad thing about this palette, you're spending a lot of money for a very small amount of product. 0.8 grams per eyeshadow pan. This is a Colourpop shade, this is Piece of Cake. This is 1.2 grams. In a normal eyeshadow pan, you'll get easily an additional 4 to 5 grams more. Okay, I'm liking this so far. I was thinking this would look really muddy, but actually you can really tell that the green's there, which is good, that's what I wanted. So that's pretty blended. You can see a little bit of a line. I just don't know if that's just because I haven't blended. Like, this one looks really good. There's a little bit of a line. But that's like right in my crease. Okay, now I'm going to use this shade. This is like the really deep chocolate bronze shade. And I'm going to put this on the outer edge. I want to try and make sure I use all 3 shades. We're going to definitely do some kind of like finger painting. As long as I've got like a tissue or something to hand, I will always just finger paint any kind of shimmer eyeshadows. They always go on so much better. Next I'm going to take this like greeny gold shade, which is really, really pretty. These two like really drew me in. I'm going to take that right in the middle. I'm going to do kind of like a gradient. And have this gorgeous gold sort of glitter shade, which they called like crystal. It matches my nails. And put that like right on the inner third. Oh, we have a lot of glitter fallout, but that's expected with something like this. It's like a yellow gold kind of shade. Very much looks exactly like Trophy Wife. Use a little bit of Lodge, that brown shade, and just blend in the crease, just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines. I'm just going to take a smudger brush and the green shade, like the matte green. I'm just going to smudge this on the lower lash line. Kind of go a little bit lower. I'm then going to take the dark chocolatey glitter shade. I'm going to take this on the tip of the brush, just kind of smudge that on the lower lash line. Because it's a shimmer shade, it's very likely you'll get it in your eye. Just be careful. Certain palettes I always have like a go-to look, and I feel like this is definitely one of those palettes where I'll have like one specific look that I do with it. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Lodge shade, just a tiny bit, pinch my fluffy brush just to make sure this is all nicely blended. Lastly, I'm going to take my face palette. So this is the e.l.f. Modern Matte Metallics, but anything that you're using. Then I'm just going to use my same face highlight. I'm going to put this on my inner corners. I'm going to use the Thrive Cosmetics Lizzie shade, which is like a nice green. Okay, so I'm just going to put on some mascara and a lip and I'll be right back. So, do I think that the Natasha Denona mini gold palette and eyeshadows in general are worth the hype? No. If you get this, you won't be disappointed. I think that the mattes blend really nicely, the shimmers go on really nicely, the chrome was very, very glittery and metallic. I just don't think they're the best eyeshadows I've ever tried. And that is what you tend to hear from every single YouTuber. And you always hear from YouTubers that Natasha Denona eyeshadows are the best, the #1. I've now tried them and they're good. They are nice eyeshadows. I don't think they're worth the hefty price tag. They're very pretty. Tati did say something previously, and she said that you have to trust her on the tones. She always gets the eyeshadow tones perfect. I guess I kind of understand that, but is that worth like £30 for this amount of product? I don't know. It's really nice. I will definitely continue to use it. I will literally have this in my makeup case. Those are my thoughts on Natasha Denona eyeshadows. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe if you feel like it. I would really, really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all very soon in the next video. Bye!